sec. Is it? Oh, today's our big day!
Squall Fury! Quit following me. Too slow.
Please, sign here.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Huh?
What's happening? I'm fine.
Let's go ask the Duke.
Quick, the wind rises.
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two.
Yeah, what was with that earthquake?
Ah, that. The tremor. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs.
So the fortress.
If you recall.
Huh. But... Wait, seriously?
Aha, yeah.
Yep. It's you two. That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But, oh yeah, then be
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go.
You're not going to...
I knew you.
Wow, you actually...
Ah, so
After being down here for so long, yeah,
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
we'll do our best. Well, it seems our work in the... We should... You're going to see Monsieur Nervillette?
I'm sure just you. You're right.
Too slow. You're so happy just to see the sun again. How childish. Behold!
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's... Excuse me. I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my...
Everyone's so busy. Nervillette!
Hello. In the meantime, please, have a
That's all right.
Very well.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to...
All right.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day.
That's right, and we... Do you have any idea?
Judging from your a whale of that,
Immersed in primordial sea water.
most people wouldn't be capable of entering. Yes? What is it? It turns out that the source of the tremor.
The water levels.
Fortunately, if the change in water.
Navia should be in Poisson, right?
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful.
Oh no. Navia should be around here.
Squall and Fury!
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone.
Just stay put! We're coming up! Watch your balance!
All right. I'm not.
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! How could this have...
Just hang.
The wind rises.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson.
Yes.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to...
He's wounded?
He fell. So
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell...
understood.
All right. You'll... Right. A little earlier, we suddenly... The rushing water seemed everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water, those who realized the Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible. But the water that... No one knows if this could happen again.
How awful.
It was quite frightening indeed.
Is there any way we can help now?
Thank you for...
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here.
I'll be... Sorry. I need to go for now.
And off she goes.
Okay. The wounded are being tended. Of course, Traveler.
Huh? Right now.
Thank you.
Squall and Fury.
people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day,
Right. That's...
Navia? Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Maloose and Silver.
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan. They were helping, and
Wha-
I've known them for... I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Maloose and Silver...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect...
I can understand.
See, it's not just...
How could Yet the cemetery...
Buying yourself a plot.
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus.
Hey!
I'm quite serious.
That makes sense. In that case,
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two...
personally, I believe...
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously.
But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip?
I'd promised to let them rest in peace. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess.
Paimon doesn't know how...
I had always thought I could loosen Silver. I'm so...
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia.
By the way, you can have a look at this.
Oh, Benna, so...
It's okay. The overall outcome indicates that the cost...
Right. Maloose and
You're right. What you said just...
Oh.
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
The knave?
Is ever...
Yes, my people. As for these supplies,
Thank you.
Wait. Do you two...
we just met recently. Right.
Usually, I would... Thanks to the knave.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was... That said,
My subordinate...
this is nothing, as I've told this, lending you...
Without your help...
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Maloose and Silver.
Don't say that. As Paimon's... I've never liked...
You're right. Water is light.
So, you're...
Of course. By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
All right, then we'll...
That is a clever Traveler. I'm sure you and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Indeed. During some recent judging by the dating of my people initially...
So, that...
I wanted to take... Linny told... Which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you. I'm sure you...
Oh.
The intel I just...
Got it. So...
Excuse me, but may I tag a...
You wish to join?
But... Are you sure you're up to exploring?
Well, I'm sad. There's no point. Besides, I'm also...
Since you put it that way, I have no... All right.
Okay, let's do...
Quit following me. Too slow. Behold! Cry louder!
So, are these the ruins the knave was...
They seem to be pretty...
Let's go in...
Just be careful.
search for it. Too slow. Quit following me.
Let clouds hide. The birds come into the wind.
Umbrella warfare, I guess. Coming at ya. Everybody stand back. Ha-ha. Watch out. Floor here isn't safe. Coming at ya. This place has also been contaminated by...
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be... don't get by my wrong.
No, you're right. That complicates things.
In that case,
I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit.
all right. Come on.
The wind rises.
Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
Too slow. Squall Fury.
Wait. Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark?
Maybe she just wants some time.
Yes, it would.
That's quite possible.
Oh. This...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. I was just trying...
Do you remember?
We were headed...
Ah, right.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How...
I've been great. They were knocking at...
Sometimes force is...
Oh, yes, Miss Navia. These are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know...
Did you call...
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants.
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me.
That's right.
No, it's nothing. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time.
Huh? We do?
Well, now...
Miss Navia, here you are.
My trial?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about...
Oh?
Look, it's Navia!
And her 2 attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem... Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. And as for the judge...
Please sit in the defendant.
All right.
Typically, it...
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have...
Enough with...
My dear Miss Nav, as all here know, you, after you took over this, not only you, but... Yes, we are one big, therefore, this fair...
Huh?
Oh, well...
How what?
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She...
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Miss...
She was born of...
Her actions, please do not mistake...
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. Even if Miss everything is... Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Have you forgotten how much
do you need?
If your justice is
As you said, we can also have our own justice. And that...
My head...
Demoiselle!
Silver... I remember now. Everything that seemed... Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid.
Absurd! Who are you? Don't let them escape!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stuck? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to... After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying? No more excuses!
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss... Silence.
That's... Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion. The court will
Our thanks.
Please leave with me.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your...
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that...
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must...
Goodbye.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still...
It looks like you're...
Did all the sad feelings...
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, you were just about to be... I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention...
Wait! Did you say...
Perhaps those 2...
I always told...
Please come with...
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right.
Why do you look... Oh, Paimon knows.
I merely thought...
Huh?
Siege we?
No way!
I see.
Oh, and the...
Thank you.
He's still... So...
Hmm? Yes, in fact. Amid my...
Yeah, we...
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
Bow your head!
Coming at ya! Watch out! Hiya!
Oh no! Another unstable path! Watch your step!
The wind rises. Behold! The wind rises.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
Hey there!
Squall and fury.
It seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Quit following me.
Yeah.
The wind knows me.
Attack! Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Come on, Navia. Focus!
Unsightly insects.
Going in!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Feeling lucky? Feeling lucky?
Behold! Too slow. The wind rises.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden...
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates. It seems...
Perhaps we should just leave them be.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates.
The surrounding.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
It feels like someone.
That would fit this.
There's a person.
And the 4th image.
The people will all be dissolved. More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it.
Don't blame yourself.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at this says that it... Still...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by time...
Egeria, then. The previous Archon kneeling before the...
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm still...
But who would have
It seems that any further clues will have to come...
In that case, there's no time to...
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here. I'm going...
You still have energy?
Just head...
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard... Traveler, I will go to... I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my...
Are you really good?
She has long been...
Alright.
I will be careful.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house... All right.
Welcome back.
Yay! And there's good Paimon's already starting to...
Oh, that voice. Is that...
Huh?
It's you two. Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass when I...
Still, we didn't...
Well, I have some business to it. Why did you think I would... Well, I used to have my... There was nothing for it. Nope. Although it is used...
Wow!
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as Astroman.
Whoa!
My name means...
Thrice as great?
I know, right?
Talk about it.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to...
Terrible! But anyway, you're not...
Well, I was born...
Oh, that's...
Speak... There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. The invitation was sent
What do you make...
What I can tell you, I'm afraid, but on the flip side...
A visionary?
Of course. The old hag could do it.
Thanks, Mona.
Oh, well.
That's the great...
Indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we... Right, but we were able to recruit... Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling... But it's time to get up.
Squall Fury!
You're here!
It's
Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady...
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not... It is not my intention. Look at this.
You mean...
We did not arrive in time to avert... I will say this once more. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates and some...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. But you found...
That's correct. The second of these...
I don't.
I'll ask you, my deciphering...
All gods don't have the same secret. I understand your concerns, but...
Forgive me for saying this now. There are several indications that you have been investigating the... This is not strange in itself. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be.
Well, since you know about... There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Udic. Just trust in me. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss... Oh!
Did Farina not notice us standing?
I assume you've been out...
Oh! You...
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Everyone in her inner... We may have to
Oh?
Normally, people will only...
But...
We will need to If at all possible, I would This may be cruel to her. But who...
Well, that's it. Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved.
And here you are drinking tea.
That's what family should.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for...
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about...
Me?
Then, how about you?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to... As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be...
Oh?
Well, it's...
Huh?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a...
I see.
He is glad that you...
In that case, do any of you have experience?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were...
I'm afraid not, though that was their name. Today, a trap. So, if...
For me, our line...
You use some of those techniques.
Yes.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my...
And I can... With discretion.
I remember that you...
I did.
What about you, Monsieur Neuville?
I fear I'd...
That makes sense. But I do have one more. If we were to create... If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes...
Wait, why...
Only a hunter who's a...
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, but we shall require much more courage.
Oh.
It's been a tough few days. Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon... it's hard to say. After all, you're the most reliable... did you just pour... Paimon's never seen...
Don't be frightened. Aw.
Wait.
You're feeling lost. Consider the prophecy.
What?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eye. Just as prophecy are the things that...
What is she talking about?
I believe that you understand, right? Ultimately.
The voice. Hey, it's you.
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively band.
Mona!
Fine, just not all fun. Why, yes, I'm in full...
That's right!
Yes. About what we... Huh? Goodness gracious.
She said that
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary, but I've never...
Whoa.
Their abilities alone.
Well, it's not like...
Yes, she was quite... Perhaps it is... Traveler.
Oh, we're...
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate, but even perhaps that's what En was trying to I did originally.
Huh. You do have a point.
There, it was worth trying. I suppose that...
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by. Huh? Let Paimon see! The underwater... My recent thus did an... So while the journalist Charlotte... Charlotte took some... She hasn't been able to get a hold of it. Ugh, seriously?
Squall and Fury!
We're here! Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition, only 16! It was so delicious the last...
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after... Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too?
Wait!
That's right.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily...
Then what if someone...
But why would it...
Well...
Oh, the No, it's...
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have... These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin said that
Oh, you know Siege...
I sure do. She said that I've got something else to do, so I'll be...
And there she goes! Alright, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this cake will... It's more Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious. Oh, we're near the Steambird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon!
Ha! You've got some.
Oh, you need. It's all right then.
Really? Oh,
Still, what?
a friend of ours?
Ah, so you. So she mentioned.
She said that you're. Huh?
Oh, of course it doesn't.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh.
Oh, so that's a yes. Ooh, splendid. Ooh, so.
Wait, Charlotte. Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that? If you're. From what I've seen, so in all likelihood, I'd probably still be. Just think about it. If this nation. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that. I'm not a dreamer, but anyway.
That's. So, anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery. Paimon's been thinking. If it wasn't for. No, but. We've always been moving to the next. You mean. Still? Huh. Feels like it'll grow, but it's still.
Ah, so the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palace?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Not a. Yes.
Alright.
Well, Lady Furry loudly again before the crowd continued.
So people.
I agree.
So what happened?
Seeing that the Marshal safe.
So.
That's right. That said, I don't think they're good.
Don't worry. Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know, and as when Nervalet was, it would be Paimon thinks. Huh. Well, in that case. This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be... Ah, that's Farina, right?
What was meant... I'm sorry. Give up. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Who's that?
Don't worry. Farina.
They even... Oh, and I'm sure...
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are... They're just some rabbit...
Farina just ran off! Quick, we have to catch up! This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over...
What?
Hurry, they're almost...
Fine. I suppose no, I mean, I'm...
Yep, that...
What's happening?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be.
Well, there's no need to...
Yeah, but the people up... It's true. I once had informants all over Tibet. I've tried all, but oh my, we cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter. Give, indeed, fate. But just now, it all, as long as the final moment. Don't worry. Well, that's enough for now. Don't take any.
Come on!
Share. That's impossible. A witness. And if to...
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes now without...
Do not forget, however, that I am
May I interpret these words? As your... In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a due...
You would draw your blade against a god?
it seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She...
What the heck is going on?
Wow, how are...
Lady Farina, what is the...
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding.
Looking for excuses?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my... I'm sorry. You are not... But now, it is time... I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the truth. This time, applaud and rejoice. One of the most... Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine!
Woohoo! Oh, no. Why does it feel like Farina just took over? Also, even though she's still acting super...
All right, then. Who...
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that so? Also, please allow me to ask, just how much...
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks.
Navia,
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning they changed into plain clothes and came to the opera house. The people's resentment against their arc, moreover, according to our understanding. So, we arranged for...
So, you mean...
And their goal was...
That's right.
As the super ultimate version of the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson was an arc. My thanks, Farina. Of course, this performance, we had to select a location, construct the giant...
So, in other words...
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster.
Then, you gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, also that as soon as I appear...
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand... As for you, you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd... Oh? It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Madam Prosecutor, please allow me to... This is a document that
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here. Oh, let Paimon see. Wait, so in other words, we can refer to... Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all. This is the first of Fatui. The words of someone as extraordinary. The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Just fast forward to the part, of course. It is only...
That's true, but my charge here is unrelated to your conduct instead. I would like to charge you as a fraud, who's never been the...
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came...
Charge accepted. Lady Farina. Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine.
Yeah,
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since. See? Even the oratory, if you wish to...
An argument?
Well, and if I...
doesn't... First of all...
Who gave you that idea?
A curse. But in light of this...
Neville had sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina.
Well...
Well, don't. Besides, for centuries, one need only to turn their eyes...
That doesn't... That... You tried to...
Didn't I make myself clear at the time?
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your... While the court is in session, you will prove your... That was no trick.
So, you neither knew why instead of having...
The real Hydro Archon. It is true that I did not, but the Oratries handed out that you can't...
She's still throwing out all...
If that poses a con...
Aren't you the Hydro Archon?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archon thus did...
Isn't that...
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could...
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone! I'm still the... Please?
If what the prosecute...
Did she deceive... Enough! That's enough. Tell me then, if you have no...
Wow. That doesn't... It has been a...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use...
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary...
Now. I've brought some seawater from Poisson. So, if we are to believe that but if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must I do hope you'll act prudently.
Navia from the Spina...
If Lady Farina's in...
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed.
Well, of course he had to tell her that.
She's just staring.
What's going on?
Due to the inherent...
What?
Hey!
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! Will you believe me now?
Miss Siegeween?
Siege?
Don't be nervous. It'll just... That should be...
Please announce the results of your evaluation.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of She was experiencing...
Thank you, Miss Siegeween. Lady Farina.
Oh, wait. What did...
Well, consider... However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample. We don't want...
Yeah, so out of it, it's a great thing.
Listen to me, everyone. Please think about it. How can you conclusively... Also, if... Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your arch...
I don't think anything she said...
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway her to just stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is guilty. We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice?
No, the Oratrice...
Isn't that correct?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus: to be punished via the death sentence.
That's actually one of the available sentences?
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court. And it's been given to the very person we've worshipped at...
Farina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the...
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to... Is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been...
Yeah! Even Vacher wasn't sentenced...
Indeed. Alone... But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of...
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still going?
Fremine! You finally made it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the... Huh. So the...
I looked everywhere, but has the trial already...
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me... Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other exit...
Huh? So what do you see?
I believe I've now made sense of the Hydro Archon's...
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving... so when you say...
In truth, However, I'm uncertain as to how much...
Okay, let's try to recall the The first stone slate describes what you just said. Does that mean that the second this must be the point. The third slate shows... Huh. Well, the first slate, we didn't believe this.
We know from the case and... Perhaps what it's the truth and the... It's not as when the... The prophecy from... The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontanians to dissolve.
The Hydro Archon
Seems
was
increasingly
sentenced to
likely
death
that the
in
prophecy
court,
may come
shocking
true.
everyone. Navia fell into the water inside. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meropide. The stone slate's contents can all... Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now, but...
Let's hear them.
Incredible. We're...
All Fontanians were... The evidence for... Oh, and according to...
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the hint of the... That could also explain...
The Hydro Archon's true sin?
And yet, after many hundreds of years...
Yeah! Isn't the... So wouldn't it be trying to show the image in the end? Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given... However, while you were able to decode all the when we were at the ruins, now that the slate collection is complete... I believe I should share this truth not only with your hypotheses. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves expressed to the Hydro. However, not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her. She poured prime. But if Fontaine... Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the truth.
That's way too much information for me. Wait, but if that's the...
Alas, your hypothesis regard a key point of they have not. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as you may also recall, therefore, that the people of Fontaine. Yes.
I think I'm following now. In truth...
What should we... If that's the case...
Traveler, I would like to point out another about the fourth slate. However, as for the root cause of the catastrophe... This eruption was just a...
That doesn't sound... That doesn't...
It was both dream...
If we're talking about it...
The truth, the...
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your
So we've met it at last. I understand that whale does not... It has been greedily... And once it has...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of Oceanids...
Precisely. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea...
We just...
That is correct. From the way he looked, he must have been...
That battle maniac. Anyway...
It is too late. It had already... Even if the entire...
We've come.
Indeed. I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied. Just as prophecy. Ultimately.
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina!
No, I still need answers.
You.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help.
You are not Farina. Who?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe. She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principle. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized I had to outwit the heavenly principles. Allow the prophecy to be. I'm a genius, I know. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I
So you were also once one of the Oceanids? Transformed into a human by Egeria's hand?
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human. Anyway, so then, all part of the plan, of course. The plan to... Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, in order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, under the curse I placed on her, so long as Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of I suppose now you probably understand why your court.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, it's been 500 years. And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely,
Behold!
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to... I am... Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Know your place!
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards! That's the way.
Huh. Squall and Fury!
Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid.
Wait a moment. You're... Mirror me? Mirror me.
The prophecy.
What prophecy? The people will...
Oh.
What's... But...
I will tell you.
Oh, but if there were...
I suppose.
Huh?
Don't worry.
Play...
That's right. If you can...
But...
Don't worry. Being a remember,
So,
to a but
a trial. What should I say? I'm sure you've all heard. In truth, as the god Focalor, once again, this... I thought I...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's going right? Calm down, Farina. Assertive. Now, I was wondering if you may now then.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were in...
Her personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned... My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, we have heard it said that this... No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they... No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they... No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want. The scale. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be... No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want. There is no... So long as I...
Yes! Oh, yeah!
Lady Farina, here are today's...
Besides...
if... That's true,
No need for fright. And do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now. To...
Lady Farina,
No need. All right.
His...
Lady Farina.
I see. It's as I thought then. All manner of... Really? the taste, finally, but it's good. Maybe this.
Lady Farina, here are the new.
They'll.
Lady Farina.
Indeed,
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant.
Understood. I feel.
Lady Farina, I've heard that the... Are you crying?
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god. So, hundreds I never have I want to tell I've condemned. All I can do is keep heart.
Farina, you don't. Although I don't know what you.
Share. That's impossible.
But even if you're just
a witness. And if she's right. But if things no, Farina. You should. But what if, Farina, is it so if you think about it long and hard? No. All you need to do, dear spectator, is...
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth. How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine?
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine.
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Linny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you.
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes. Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to The vast majority had to be accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice. And to me, justice is the continuation of that, defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontaine, Iudex Nervillet, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too, at last. I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living along, you are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, Surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
I, Iudex Nervalette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
What just happened?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability. We should seize the opportunity to Traveler. Now that the oratories can no longer the root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. Come with me, Traveler. power primordial sea from away. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless I can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. I shall look for an opening to get in. I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Everybody stand back!
Cry louder! Squall Fury!
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger